Rebound, James.
Oh, no, Bronny.
Stolen by Hartenstein.
Did he just say, oh no, Bronny?
LeBron for three. James against Caruso for the lead. No.
Amid the flurry of excuses being made for LeBron James following his latest sweep, and the undue praise and all of his complaining and whining and playing the victim card to distract from what a failure he actually is, one thought kept recurring to me. What are fanboys going to do when I show them play by play that LeBron James is in fact the very reason that the Lakers were swept? No excuses, no blaming other people. Play by play, he was a massive hindrance to his own team. Actually, I do know what fanboys will say because I listen to Nick Wright and Shannon Sharp and Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. Smith, and therefore I know what's going to come out of your mouth. You repeat what you are told to say. You have no thoughts of your own. But if any of you are actually willing to learn and sit through this video and watch play by play, maybe, just maybe, I can reach one or two more of you. Here we go.
As Candace was telling us, in these closeout games in his career, LeBron has been spectacular. Snakes inside, knocked away.
All right, two things right away. That was not knocked away. LeBron threw it right into the defender's arms. That was terrible. Speaking of terrible, they described LeBron James's play as spectacular. In fact, they went so far as to say, as Candace was saying, in these closeout games, LeBron has been spectacular. Really? Anyone who doesn't work for ESPN or directly for Clutch knows that LeBron James has been swept 4 times and gentlemen swept another 4 times. That is not being spectacular in closeout games. In fact, if we're going to be specific about closeout games, those are his worst games of the series. And he craps the bed worse than anyone on the team in those games. All right, Ayton keeps the ball alive. In fact, he scores, but Ayton, I don't know why you're even bothering. As far as LeBron fans are concerned, as far as ESPN is concerned, you're the one who had a negative 17, not LeBron. Ayton was 3 for 3 on the night, by the way. 100% shooting. Anyway, on the first possession, LeBron James wastes the fact that DeAndre Ayton won the tip. LeBron James nearly had a turnover, and LeBron James is currently 0 for 1. By the way, he used up almost the entire shot clock to produce nothing.
Him to be at their best.
Mitchell outside, Dort 3.
All right, whose face was that shot in? LeBron James has missed at one end and given up a 3 at the other end. First 2 possessions of the game. Dort is considered the 4th or 5th scoring option for the Thunder. That is typical for LeBron James's defensive assignments. As far as Dort guarding LeBron, LeBron has 5 inches and 60 pounds on this guy. LeBron should have scored like 50 points. Here, LeBron. Just in case you were wondering what it looks like to develop a bag, to have a go-to shot. And this guy usually had to shoot over someone taller than him, rather than having the height advantage. There's no excuse for this, by the way. It's just terrible defense. LeBron starts on Dort. All right, and what's he doing now? He's watching everyone else. LeBron James is distracted with the rest of the game. And just, what? And I don't understand his goofy hop thing. Like, it looks like he just wants everyone to believe that he's trying hard while he's failing to actually close out. This guy's basketball IQ is extremely low. Just dreadful fucking defense. Like, where's his head at?
AJ made sure he brought that up when we talked about Ayton. How do he show his productivity? He talked.
All right, so Dwayne Wade is continuing to talk about DeAndre Ayton, and not in a particularly complimentary way. You want to say anything about the terrible, terrible defense that just gave up a 3 for the other team? I mean, would you like to actually do commentary on the game? Your job? Well, I guess that's not your job. Your job is there to glaze LeBron James all night long.
When he's been active on the offensive glass, and he started the game that way.
All right, so LeBron misses again, despite being open, despite Marcus Smart getting away with an illegal screen to get him open. The dirty work being done by his teammates, only for LeBron to blow it. Let's put the LeBron scorecard up there. 2 blown shots at one end and giving up the Thunder's points at the other end.
With the defense of Reeves right there.
Boy, Reeves is in a tough situation. He is fouling. You end up seeing it. He's fouling Mitchell trying to play defense and still can't do it. The refs are letting Reeves foul him. Look at that. It's to no avail. Let's see what the team leader is busy doing while Reeves struggles with Mitchell. I'm nowhere near the play. You can't blame me. You ever notice that about LeBron James? His priority is to make sure that he doesn't get blamed above winning, above doing what it takes to win, above trying harder or putting himself in a vulnerable situation to get it done. He'd rather just not get blamed and have his stats. Let's take another look at this. There's a little shove off by Reeves. That's a total body blow and then a push in the hip. Oh, the ref's got a perfect view of it too. I don't think you can do that. He's got his hands on him the entire time. And watch this one right afterwards. No way. No way is that allowed. I'm supposed to be talking about LeBron, but these fouls that Reeves is getting away with. Wow. And in the meantime, what's LeBron doing? Reeves is struggling with the up-and-coming Mitchell, and LeBron continues to have the easiest defensive role on the court and then has the nerve to say that he led the team. Look what Reeves is doing to Hartenstein on this one. Lou Dort got called for doing less on LeBron James. And look at LeBron, by the way. He's in the same place he was on the previous play I was showing you. The same motionless stance.
Lakers will take it. Ayton trying to come in here and look for a pass.
Hachimura. Beautiful turnaround baseline. His resume is way better than LeBron's in this game.
He took it himself.
I like when Rui's aggressive. I mean, obviously he's been shooting the 3-ball.
They were letting Reeves get pretty physical with Shea the whole series. Once again, while Reeves, not known for defense, is on Shea, look what LeBron is doing. Come on, man, step up.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
All right, LeBron chooses to go through the screen here and continues chasing Shea, but he's badly beaten. He's badly beaten. I can see why Ayton feels like he has to go cut Shea off. Otherwise, Shea's going straight to the hoop. LeBron doesn't acknowledge any of this. Let's say you're choosing to blame Ayton, even though Ayton did in fact cut off Shea from driving baseline. LeBron needs to acknowledge that something has taken place here instead of continuing to pursue. He needs to understand that the guy that Ayton had to leave is now going to be open. I think Shea should have thrown a left-handed lob to the cutting Hartenstein. He really missed the best moment, and then he fumbles the ball a little bit. Hartenstein still ends up scoring. All right, there's a little shove in the back by LeBron, uncalled, of course, but look at Hartenstein.
Takes it in double. The bump by Ayton. The feet inside. Hartenstein.
The guy that LeBron did not switch onto ended up scoring. That's 2 Thunder buckets already that I can associate with LeBron's defense. Okay, bottom right of your screen. Look at the leader. What would they do without you?
An all-time 3-point percentage shooter in NBA playoff history. There's a pick.
All right, that's Reeves and Hachimura teaming up to get a steal against Shea. That's Hachimura's hand comes in there. I don't hear these guys get praised for defense, but let's look at what LeBron is doing. Same play, just focusing on LeBron now. I know you can make excuses for this role, but the bottom line is he's not stepping up for the hard defensive assignments.
Hachimura to the right.
That makes Hachimura 2 for 3. And this is what transition points look like, by the way, not the BS cherry picking that they've been crediting LeBron with. Okay, back to LeBron with his standing defensive role. There he does have to come out onto Dort, but he overplays it. He overplays it badly. That's just lazy, sloppy footwork. Dort hasn't even made a move yet, and he's already beating LeBron. That's how bad LeBron's footwork is. Okay, now he's officially beating him. And we're going to see why Lou Dort is considered a fourth or fifth scoring option. No knock on him, but he's there to give up the ball to Shea.
The backpedaling Mitchell defends and got.
Gee, it's so unlike LeBron to make the childbirth face. God damn. Everything that happens to him is the worst thing that's ever happened. And I think this was clean, to be honest. You would never know it by how he's complaining, but, you know, when is he not complaining? And by the way, he got the call, and he still looks like this. That's your leader. That's a classy dude right there. Oh, God, can he go away, please? Anyway, I was going to say, I don't know, that's either an offensive foul on LeBron or a block on Mitchell, but the strip was clean. So anyway, No Bag James finally gets points on the board by going to the free throw line, bulldozing through people and getting a foul called in his favor. But in my book, he is 0 for 3. They will never show this shot in the box score because if you don't make it and you get fouled, it doesn't go there. But in my mind, he is 0 for 3, and these are BS free throws. But that doesn't stop Dwayne Wade from glazing him.
The biggest thing with LeBron is he does not cheat himself.
Oh, I don't know what that means. And Dwayne Wade rambles on for a while without explaining what he means. It's just another desperate attempt to praise LeBron James. But you know what? Congratulations on that free throw, LeBron. That's actually pretty good for you.
And so he's so focused on his preparation and preparing for each moment that.
Preparation and preparing. You know, because those are two different things. Jesus, Dwayne Wade, you sound like an idiot. Anyway, LeBron is preparing, and he likes to be prepared, and he works on preparation processes. 3 things. He just does it all. But now that we've heard LeBron's horrifying post-game press conference, does this not seem a little weird? All LeBron can do is talk about preparation and process, and Dwayne Wade is talking about preparation and process. Anyone want to talk about your performance and your delivery? I mean, next press conference, say that your process takes 10 hours. If you aren't delivering on the floor, then who gives a shit? I mean, maybe you need to cut down on the process so you can focus on the actual game. Do something different because you suck.
In this series is only averaging 3 free throw attempts a game, usually.
Okay, they continue on to talk about LeBron's lack of free throw attempts, and Dwayne Wade says, well, it's the defending champs. The whistle's going to be different. So Dwayne Wade is on television saying that the refs are cheating for the Thunder when we all know that the refs cheat for the Lakers. But isn't it interesting that Dwayne Wade can get away with saying that the whistle is going in the defending champs' direction without any penalty? Can you imagine if he said that about LeBron James? He'd never work again. By the way, that's not me conceding that the refs were cheating for the Thunder. In fact, the stats show that the officiating favored the Lakers, and my visual breakdown shows that the reffing was benefiting the Lakers. I'm not saying that the reffing was perfect. I'm saying it benefited the Lakers more than it benefited Oklahoma City. I think he's talking to Dylan the Villain right now, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, they playing the defending champs, Cal.
A little different, huh?
Yeah, the whistle goes a little different. And also, too, as we continue.
Anyway, moving on. This play's crazy. Wait until you see this one, guys. There's flat-footed James. And he's on Dort, I guess, and then he just kind of wanders off. He sees Chet and decides he's guarding Chet now. Why would you no longer be guarding Dort? And, of course, he has the nerve to raise his hands. You guys tell me, because LeBron's defense is so bad, I start questioning myself. I'm like, is this actually JJ's design? I can't understand why LeBron just sees Chet and suddenly thinks that Chet is his man. Why would you suddenly think that he's yours just because he was close to you? And by the way, nice effort to get back out there. I mean, do you care at all, or do you just plan on blaming? I mean, try. Do you see what I'm saying? Let's pretend that it wasn't his fault. Let's say that somebody else screwed up. Well, do you want to win? Because, look, he can see DeAndre Ayton is there right now. Sorry, that's Hachimura, actually, to his left. Why do you think a ghost materialized to covered Dort, you know Dort is uncovered, and you choose to do nothing about it. In fact, an eternity goes by in which you could have ran out. You could have just pretended. We know you don't care. We know you're already planning on going to another city or negotiating another contract. You've already given up. That's why nobody respectable respects you. You're already gone. You're already checked out. You're just collecting a paycheck. But can you at least pretend? Can you raise your hand and run toward Dort instead of just standing there waiting for the moment to flop your arms in disgust? Let's check the LeBron scorecard. He's given up 8. He's given up 8 out of the Thunder's 10 points so far with his defense. Dort is 100%, 2 for 2 shooting on LeBron. I'd say shooting in LeBron's face, but he didn't even bother to close out. Maybe he didn't want it to look bad again because quitting looks much better in LeBron's mind. And he's 0 for 3 on offense. Well, technically, it's 0 for 2 and a bailout, erasing it from the box score.
Reeves is on Gilgeous-Alexander, a 16-footer.
Yeah.
Again, while Reeves is struggling to guard the league MVP, LeBron James is on another mini vacation. Come on, dude. I got a question. Is Reeves actually terrible at defense, or is it just that he's trying to guard Shea? Tough assignment for anybody, right? Or is JJ a complete blundering moron head coach? Because how can you have someone who is criticized for not being good on D guarding Shea? You know when LeBron, in the post-game press conference, made sure to compliment himself by saying, I've done whatever they needed. When they need me to take a back seat when I was the third option, I did that, and then now they need me to be the first option. I've been saying, game after game, month after month, LeBron doesn't change. This is what you see. And they talk about him adapting and changing and evolving his game. Nope, it's the same. Playing 1 through 5. Nope, it's the same. This is him being the first option. And if it wasn't for free throws, he wouldn't even have scored yet. I did notice a few other things in the box score worth mentioning out that echo things I've been saying over the years. When LeBron James is trying to be the first option, it's bad news. Now, in this case, he at least came in third in scoring, which is probably why the Lakers were as close as they were. This was their best game. What complicates it is that, yes, you can clearly see that he came in third in scoring, but he was first in shot attempts. LeBron, you tried to be the man and failed so badly that despite taking the most shots and getting some gifted free throws, you still came in third?
Blasting his way for that shot off that baseline.
Between Mitchell and Shea, Reeves has really got his hands full tonight, and you almost have to feel bad for him, but no, absolutely not. In the meantime, LeBron, another cakewalk on defense. Well, he's actually touching someone this time. Woo! Don't work too hard, LeBron. I want to talk about 2 things that LeBron fans are crying about and just turn it around on them. Some of them, oh my God, we had to get the Thunder in the second round. Well, try being thankful, which LeBron James is not capable of, clearly. But if you had gotten anyone but the Rockets in the first round, you would have been another first round exit. So take your choice. Swept in the second round or lose in the first round. That was a gift. Thank whoever is responsible for giving you that gift. Be thankful and then keep your mouth shut. Now let's talk about Mitchell. He was drafted 37th overall in the same draft class that Dalton Knecht and Bronny James were drafted. How much did Bronny help you in this series? How much did that dude that's better than half these cats out here help you? Okay, Bronny's easy pickings. I'd rather talk about Dalton because Dalton was drafted 17th overall. Now, is getting drafted higher always going to guarantee that the player turns out better? Of course not. But you can also guarantee a player not turning out better when you treat him the way the Lakers treated Dalton. Because when Dalton hit the floor for the first time, I was like, damn, this kid looks like he's ready to be here. And it's been downhill since then. Well, as much as you can call barely seeing somebody downhill. So make a choice, Laker fans. Either you drafted poorly or you don't know how to develop talent. Let me bring this full circle and be true to the title of the video. Yes, LeBron James takes responsibility for this as well, because LeBron James is the reason that JJ is there. JJ, with his poor talent development, his poor coaching decisions, the Lakers trying to get rid of Dalton in a failed trade attempt. But more importantly, more obviously, Bronny James, a wasted draft pick. Like we said, hey, you didn't know that Mitchell at 37 was going to be that much better than 17. So who knows? Maybe whoever you could have gotten at 55 would have been a lot better than number 37, draft pick number 37. Either way, they wasted money and the spot on the bench on Bronny. And they only did that to appease LeBron James, who suddenly doesn't think the Lakers did anything to show appreciation for him. Anyway, back to the game that some Lakers are playing. Not all, some. So while the leader's taking a nap in the corner, this is what Reeves does, with LeBron contributing absolutely nothing to the play. When I say absolutely nothing, you'd think that I'm exaggerating. Describe that as anything other than nothing. But hey, at least LeBron was there to fight his teammates for rebounds.
James the other way, right into Holmgren.
That was ugly, 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 and lucky. Let me show you that in slow motion. I mean, he has to look at his dribble, and he still can't keep... Jesus, look at that. Steal the ball! They're afraid to even reach on LeBron. That would have been stolen 20 times in the 90s. I need you to listen to Dwayne Wade after that shot.
This game, we know LeBron normally likes to pick the team apart, kind of get his teammates involved, but
he likes to pick a team apart. Again, with the generalities, oh, we can't see what he's doing, but it sounds like he's doing something good. We just can't see it. We're too dumb to understand how great LeBron is. Well, that's the beauty of being able to show the footage and to have the box score, because he had 1 assist in the first period. I haven't seen him do shit for his teammates so far in this first period. And I mean, is this what you're talking about? Again, I apologize to cut away from the game footage again, but this is what has become important to combat in the NBA today. They just keep saying things over and over and over again until the audience eventually accepts it. It's not true. Just because they repeat it over and over again does not make it true. They're being paid to say this shit.
this game, we know LeBron normally likes to pick the team apart, kind of get his teammates involved, but
at 41, at 41, at 41, at 41.
You know, it's funny, while Mike Breen was saying that scripted at 41 bit, this is actually what LeBron was doing at that time. He is standing on the perimeter watching his team get it done.
Kind of get his teammates involved, but
Way to get Austin Reeves involved, LeBron. This is because of you. Damn, Austin just effed somebody up right there, actually. It's funny. Austin Reeves had a team-high 27 points, only a -6 in the plus-minus compared to LeBron's -17. He had 7 rebounds, 6 assists, shot 50% from the field, 42% from 3, and he's the one they're talking about trading in the offseason. It was only a couple of games ago that there was a thumbnail promoting LeBron James, including the stat line of 4 rebounds. He followed that game up with only 2 rebounds. But here we are with Austin Reeves having 7 rebounds while scoring the team high, and there's no mention of it. LeBron got a headline for a worse performance. Reeves performed better, and they're talking about trading him. And I'm not here to defend Austin Reeves, but the distortion of reality favoring LeBron James, even next to a relative nobody such as Austin Reeves, is astonishing. As if that wasn't enough, he also has the more difficult defensive assignments, while LeBron James, well, at this point, I still don't know who LeBron James is guarding. Now, you fanboys are going to ignore everything I said and cling to the fact that LeBron James had 12 rebounds, the only thing he was better at Austin Reeves at. And why was that? Well, let's look.
Over Ayton. Rebound James.
This is literally the next play in the timeline. It worked out perfectly. Look at LeBron. Just, nope, I'm taking that from you. I need my stats. I don't care if we're losing. I just need my stats.
Rebound James. He's got 4 already.
And I'll call out the Thunder for there being no thunder there for that rebound in a playoff game, but it doesn't change the fact that these rebounds are embarrassing. LeBron James could have 100 of these and it wouldn't mean shit. Boy, but after game 1, fanboys were out in full force on social media. The Lakers are again asking a 41-year-old LeBron to put the entire team on his back. Yeah, they lost. I don't know if that registers at all to you fanboys. I don't know if it registers to you that he's the highest paid player on the team, so he actually should put them on his back, even though that's absolutely not what happened. Do you guys... What have you seen, fanboys? What have you seen so far in this breakdown? Is this putting a team on his back? Also from game 1, LeBron has always carried his weight in the playoffs for the last 8 years. It's a shame injuries and mediocre front office. Blame everybody else. My God, now we're reduced to just saying carried his weight. Good job, LeBron. He kind of carried it if you count standing on his own 2 feet and not moving. Yeah. Actually, I take that back. The amount of time that he was laying on the ground crying, I can't say he was actually carrying his weight.
Which their defense is up.
Reeves Day.
Which their defense is up.
Reeves Day.
Pass.
Aiden is watching Wallace, who sets up on a 15.
That was better perimeter defense by Ayton than LeBron's playing on the wings.
31-point game earlier in this series. Cross court. On top. James 3.
Okay, LeBron is now 1 for 5 in my book. Technically, he's 1 for 4, plus that bailout that got him the free throws. This is worth another look, though, to fight the narratives, because LeBron, again, is just standing on the perimeter. Reeves is orchestrating things. Ball movement, swing to the wide-open James, and he can't shoot over the smaller defender. A wasted opportunity thanks to James, who had nothing to do with orchestrating that offense. He also wasted Ayton getting away with his 100th illegal screen of the season. Got your legs spread wide enough? Got that arm bar down?
Holmgren in stride.
I'm not saying this isn't traveling. I'm saying if you're LeBron James, you've got 2 more steps, a drag, and a pivot foot change to go. Look at those handles, everybody. My God, looks like me in first grade. Fanboys, top right corner. That's LeBron, putting the weight of the team on his shoulders. I'm not done criticizing this play. He continues to be worthless for a few more seconds, but it's a good time for me to take a copyright break and tell you more about the first period. As far as him carrying the team, LeBron James took a team-high 6 shots. He only had 1 assist. Reeves outscored him in the first period, taking fewer shots than LeBron James. But yeah, LeBron's carrying the team. Continuing the rest of the play, LeBron stands around a little bit longer, comes up, draws a defender to the guy with the ball like an idiot, and now he's gone. And the play's not over. Kennard misses this, and Jackson Hayes is going for an offensive rebound. The Lakers are still battling. LeBron never comes back into frame.
Not scored in almost 3 minutes.
Good thing LeBron's there, standing around doing nothing, just in case Shea splits the D.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
I'm in a tough spot here because LeBron actually moved, which is more than he does on help defense, but he didn't do anything effective to stop the drive. Okay, timeout and a commercial break. Come back and LeBron James is out. Let's see what happens.
Good things happen.
It's Reeves, the defense left him. He was free.
My God, he's back in already. LeBron gets a block here. I have to say one nice thing. And they call a foul on Caruso here, which I think is crazy. Jackson Hayes is hip checking him. Like his leg is nowhere near being within the legal pillar of setting a screen. Caruso's getting sandwiched here, and it's on him. Oh, there we go. Well, Hayes fell down. The ref has no choice. The refs just can't not blow the whistle when guys fall down nowadays, it seems like. Watch this screen by LeBron right afterward. He sets the screen in 2 directions. He's moving the whole time. Shoulder checks. Look where the ref is. I mean, I guess the Thunder have to fall down to get it called.
Spoke it to the east, and I spoke it to the west.
Okay, here comes Bulldozer James. Gonna post up the smaller player.
The back, the Bulldoze.
How much does that say about how much the NBA has changed, that the announcers are now celebrating moves that once weren't even allowed?
The fadeaway.
Anyway, congratulations, LeBron James. You are now 2 for 6, or in my eyes, 2 for 7, with 1 assist. It makes me sad to see celebrities that I like, such as Eddie Murphy, at Laker games now. I mean, of course they're going to go to the Lakers game. It's LA, but, I mean, look who you're rooting for by default.
And the thing about OKC, you're hesitant to double LeBron because his passing is what actually unlocks the offense.
Oh boy, that's some pretty nasty glazing right there. First of all, if he was such a threat, there wouldn't always be a smaller defender on him, and he wouldn't desperately need a smaller defender on him to have any chance of scoring. Mismatch James. The only way he can do anything on offense is with a mismatch. Anyway, let's go further. The offense looked pretty good when he was on the bench, so don't talk about unlocking the offense. LeBron James only had 1 assist, and he didn't even touch the ball on most of the scoring possessions that I broke down in this first period. So just stop it. Also, Lakers looked incredible when he was out hurt all season. So again, the script in front of these guys is something else. Just keep brainwashing the audience into thinking that you're seeing something you aren't, because this critique that I just did of the first period, I thought was pretty damning, and I didn't cheat. That I showed his good and I showed his bad. What do we have? 2 good things. He made 2 buckets finally, and had 1 block. Those are the nicest things that I can say. Oh, I'm sorry. The rebounds were so forgettable that I actually forgot them. He had some uncontested rebounds that he actually stole from his own teammates. Rui, DeAndre, and Austin all had a better first period. That's pretty much the end of the first. There were a couple of seconds left and nothing happens. My God, look at Jordan. That is pretty. Look at him throw off the defender and shoot over a taller defender with an actual move, LeBron James. Anyway, fanboys, I bet you're thinking, well, that was only the first period. Look at the rest of the game. I did. I have bad news for you. We're going to get to the second period next, and his second period stats are even worse than his first period stats. We're going to go period by period, play by play, so that there's no stone left unturned, because you fanboys like to repeat what you're told and act like, well, there was something magical that happened that we just didn't see, that is continuing to make LeBron James great, like they tell us. LeBron James was bad. He was bad. And then he was bad again. You tell me, what did you see that I didn't? And what did I see that you didn't? Did this open your eyes at all? Let me know. Enjoy this. Second period breakdown is coming.